When it comes to choosing a garden hose, most individuals tend to just purchase the cheapest garden hose or the one that looks the best. Fast forward a couple of weeks later, and they are dealing with leaks, kinks, and all sorts of other issues. Purchasing the right garden hose is essential and can make a whole lot of difference in the long run. Here, we will be providing a detailed review of the Zero-G water hose, one of the most popular hoses in the market. We'll also provide you with some alternative options. Before we provide the review, however, we'll talk a little bit about a few things you should consider when it comes to purchasing a garden hose. Length. The first thing you need to think about is the length. Garden hoses come in different lengths from 25 to 100 feet. While it's tempting to purchase the longest hose and use it for your watering needs, that may not be the right choice. Not only are longer hoses more expensive, they are also bulkier and more cumbersome to move around. To figure out the length that you need, you should measure the farthest distance away from your spigot and buy a hose that goes just a little further than that. If you plan on using the garden hose for a deck or balcony, a 25-foot garden hose usually works just fine. Most home yards only need a 50-foot hose, and if you need something longer, you can consider connecting two hoses instead of letting around a heavier, longer hose. The next thing to think about is water flow. You should aim to get a hose with a width of 5/8 inches. It'll provide you with a combination of water flow and pressure without being too heavy. If you want something lighter, you can opt for a 1/2-inch hose, though they won't carry as much water and are more suited to light-duty gardening tasks. Hoses are usually made with either rubber, vinyl, or a combination of both. Vinyl hoses are the least expensive and most lightweight, but it isn't as sturdy. It's more prone to kinking and can degrade quickly if left in harsh weather. They are, however, good options for those that are on a tight budget. When it comes to selecting your garden hose, you'd also want to take a look at burst pressure. If you're using a hose nozzle or a sprinkler, you should have a burst pressure above 350 psi. Flexibility is also crucial when it comes to selecting your garden hose. It shouldn't kink easily as that can lead to splitting. If you can, try to test out the hose and see if you're able to bend it into a U. If it kinks, give it a pass and look for another one. If you enjoy gardening and have a bigger backyard at home, the Zero-G hose is a perfect buy. As it's lightweight, you won't have to worry about dragging a heavy hose around and running out of breath. It's also suited to professional groundskeepers and individuals that want a hose to use with pressure washers or other high-pressure accessories. The Zero-G hose comes with plenty of features and benefits that make it an excellent purchase for anyone that loves to garden. One of the biggest pros of this particular hose is how lightweight it is. Carrying a hose around the garden can be incredibly tiring, and the Zero-G hose has managed to resolve that issue by creating a product that's half the weight of a regular hose. Thanks to the product's advanced technology, the hose doesn't kink and remains flexible even in cold weather. That means you won't have to undo knots while you're going about your gardening tasks. Kinking is usually a problem with hoses that aren't made of the right material, but that's not something you need to worry about with the Zero-G hose. Even though the Zero-G hose may be kink resistant, it's easy to roll up and store. While the True Flex inner core prevents kinking, it's still flexible enough to be tightly wound if needed. You can bend it to 36 degrees and reel it onto an outdoor hose reel to save some space. Another great feature of the Zero-G hose is its G-Force high-density jacket feature that provides durability that's equal to commercial-grade hoses. That means you can also use this hose for commercial purposes, and you won't have to worry about it tearing or leaking. It's rare to be able to find a hose with a 600 psi burst rating, but the Zero-G hose provides precisely that. It's perfect if you've got to pressure wash driveways, or if you just want a hose that can support a high level of water pressure. Even though you can purchase the hose in 3 different lengths, the water pressure from each of these different lengths are consistent. That means that they are all suited for various functions, and you can use them to water your lawn, wash the car, etc. As mentioned earlier, some hoses are made with harmful materials that could seep into the water and make it not suitable for drinking. With the Zero-G hose, that's not something you need to worry about as the metal fixings are lead-free. That means you can always drink some water from the hose or fill up your pet's bowl without worrying about a thing. What's great about the Zero-G hose is that it comes with patented crushproof couplings. This means that it can withstand up to 900 pounds of weight and will still keep their shape and integrity. This is a handy feature for those that are working in a high transit area. Even though the 0G hose may be a little more expensive than your regular garden hose, it's still significantly cheaper than a commercial-grade hose. Since it also comes with numerous features, it's definitely worth the slightly more expensive price tag. The 0G hose is rated highly, and plenty of customers have given it rave reviews. Those that have purchased the hose really love all of the features it comes with. Some particular features highlighted by customers include the durable material of the hose, being drinking water safe, and the ability to roll it up and place it into a bucket. Others also appreciate that it's lightweight, easy to maneuver around, and has no leaks. Perhaps the only downfall that some customers have mentioned is that the hose can kink from time to time, but only if the tap is opened all the way, or if you're using the hose under lower pressure. We are going to end this video right away. If you have any query or information to share, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.